Power isn't what most people think it is. It's not just about wealth, status, or influence, it's about control. The control you have over your life, your choices, and, in many cases, the people around you. And no one understood this better than Niccolò Machiavelli. His name has become synonymous with deception, manipulation, and ruthless ambition. But Machiavelli wasn't just a strategist, he was a realist. He didn't see the world as it should be, he saw it as it is. And in a world where power shapes everything, understanding how it works isn't just useful, it's necessary. So, what can Machiavelli teach us about power in the modern world? Let's find out. Power and morality, the illusion of goodness. One of Machiavelli's most controversial ideas was that morality is secondary to power. He didn't believe in playing fair, he believed in winning. In his book The Prince, he argued that rulers shouldn't aim to be good but rather appear good. Because people are more drawn to perception than reality. A leader who seems virtuous will gain trust. But a leader who is actually too virtuous? They become vulnerable. And this doesn't just apply to rulers. In today's world, the same principle is everywhere: politics, business, social media. The most successful people aren't always the most moral. They're the ones who understand how morality is used as a tool. Does this mean you should abandon ethics completely? No. But it does mean you should be aware of how power really works. Because the people who pretend morality is everything are often the ones exploiting it the most. Fear versus love, the harsh reality. Machiavelli famously said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." This is one of his most misunderstood lessons. He wasn't saying that fear alone is the key to power. He was saying that relying on love alone is a mistake. Because love is fragile. People change. Emotions fade. But fear? Fear creates boundaries. Keeps people in check. It ensures that even if they don't like you, they respect you. Look at the modern world, powerful leaders, CEOs, influencers. Many of them aren't loved by everyone. But they command attention. They are respected. And that's what keeps them in control. So, the real question is, in your life, are you seeking approval or are you commanding respect? The power of deception. Why the truth is dangerous. Machiavelli understood a truth that most people are uncomfortable with. Not everyone deserves honesty. In The Prince, he wrote that a ruler must be a lion and a fox, strong when necessary but cunning when needed. Because people aren't always ready for the truth. And in many cases, honesty can be a liability. Look at today's world. In business, negotiation, even relationships, people often disguise their true intentions. Those who reveal too much, they get exploited. Those who understand the game, they stay ahead. This doesn't mean you should become a liar. It means you should be strategic. Know when to speak and when to stay silent. Because sometimes the truth isn't just powerful, it's dangerous. Adaptability, the real secret to survival. Machiavelli's greatest insight wasn't about deception or manipulation. It was about adaptability. He believed that the world is constantly changing. And those who refuse to change with it, they get left behind. We see this today more than ever. Industries collapse overnight. Algorithms change. Markets shift. And the people who thrive? They aren't the ones who resist change, they're the ones who embrace it. The lesson is simple. If you want to succeed, don't cling to the past. Learn. Adjust. Evolve. Because the world doesn't wait for those who refuse to adapt. The illusion of fairness. Why the game is rigged. One of the most brutal truths Machiavelli exposed is that the world is not fair. It never was and it never will be. We're taught that if we work hard and do the right thing, we'll be rewarded. But reality is different. Connections, strategy, and perception often matter more than effort alone. Does this mean you should give up? No. It means you should stop expecting fairness and start understanding the actual rules of the game. If you know the system is rigged, then instead of complaining, start learning how it works. Use it to your advantage. Because those who wait for fairness, they usually end up waiting forever. The subtle art of influence. Machiavelli understood that true power isn't just about force, it's about control over perception. People aren't led by brute strength, they're led by emotions, desires, and fears. Understand what drives people. Everyone has a weakness, a desire for validation, security, or power. If you understand what someone craves, you know how to steer their actions. Control the narrative. The one who defines the story controls how it unfolds. Shape how people perceive you and you shape how they respond to you. Use scarcity and uncertainty. People value what they think they might lose. A well-placed silence, a delayed response, or creating exclusivity makes others seek your attention. Be unpredictable. If people can't predict your moves, they can't control you. Keep them guessing and you'll always have the upper hand. The modern Machiavellian, applying his lessons today. Machiavelli's philosophy wasn't about cruelty, it was about survival. In a world where power is the difference between success and failure, understanding human nature isn't optional, it's essential. Today that means, be aware of illusions. Not everything is as it seems. The world is full of distractions and misinformation designed to control how you think. Learn to question what you're told, look beyond appearances and recognize hidden motives. The ability to see reality for what it is, not what you wish it to be, is the first step toward power. Command respect, not just attention. Seeking approval makes you dependent on others. Respect, however, comes from influence, strategy, and strength. Stop trying to please everyone. Set boundaries, stand firm in your values, and let your actions create authority rather than words alone. The most powerful people in history weren't always the loudest, they were the most respected. Master adaptability, the world is constantly shifting. Economies collapse, power structures change, and social dynamics evolve. Those who resist change get left behind. Those who adapt, observe, and move strategically rise to the top. Learn when to be bold and when to be patient. Power is rarely seized in a single moment, it's cultivated through precise, calculated moves. Play the game wisely. Power doesn't always require ruthlessness, but it does require intelligence. Understand your position, leverage your strengths, and anticipate the moves of others. Know when to act and when to wait. Being kind is valuable, but being naive is dangerous. True power lies in knowing how to balance morality with strategy. Because at the end of the day, power isn't given. It's taken by those who understand it. Those who fail to learn the rules of power don't escape the game, they just lose without even realizing it. Final thoughts, the choice is yours. Machiavelli didn't write for the morally perfect. He wrote for those who wanted to survive and thrive in an unforgiving world. Today his lessons remain as powerful as ever. Some will ignore them and complain about unfairness. Others will apply them and rise. The question is, which one will you be? If this video made you rethink how power really works, then you're already ahead of most people. Because understanding power isn't about manipulation, it's about making sure you're never the one being manipulated. Hit that subscribe button for more deep insights into philosophy, power, and human nature. Because knowledge is power, but only if you use it. And most importantly, remember, in the game of power, ignorance isn't innocence, it's a disadvantage. Choose wisely.